Nobody came from nowhere. We all have a story to tell. The glory is here, and many more we will surely share. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's meet your artist, Art, the celebrity Connor. Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to Nedu-Ville Studio. Yeah. It is Nedu-Ville Studio, and I'm Nedu Gabriel. You already know, and I want to say a big thank you to our very own Guild Burgers, all the way in New York City. Thank you very much for all you do via the Prophetic Encounter Radio as far as the gospel and the kingdom is concerned. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know that this is the Celebrity Corner. Yes, and where we have interactions with celebrities, with people who have something to say, experiences, and in the music world and in all spheres of life as far as doing well. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, live here, I bring you a very special, a very beautiful, a very impeccable, I'm trying to think of other word, a very, give me one word now, I'm thinking of one word, ladies and gentlemen. But you know, a woman with style and class, she's looking very peppered right now. I tell you, she's very, very happy music minister. Ladies and gentlemen, we call her Mama Cherish. Yeah. Mama, you're welcome to the Celebrity Corner.
Thank you.
How's it been for you, Mama?
Good.
Wow.
Glad to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes. You're welcome. Mama, I like your earring. I like the way you look. In fact, when I grow up, I like to look like you.
Thank
you know,
you.
I know that this must be intentional. Looking
Yes.
so sharp and so good.
Yes. Red
Yes.
is my favorite color.
Red is your
When
favorite
I was
color.
told I was coming for an interview, I need to package myself.
Oh my God, my
salon
God.
To make my hair.
My God. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, what is your favorite color?
Okay.
Red is her favorite color. My favorite color is black.
Oh.
And so some people say, how can you have black as your favorite color? They are trying to, relate black to something evil
bad.
or something bad,
Okay.
and that is evil. My brother, black is that's my favorite color. It's mine.
Yeah.
Yes, and I cannot explain, but I just have this thing for black, just like the way you have for red.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mama Cherish is a music minister, and she's been on for a while, and she's making great impact. Someone who has recorded a couple of songs and albums and doing very well for the kingdom. Mama, how's it been for you? What's your story like, for the music journey? How's it been for you so far? I know you've been doing this for some time. I'd like to know, how's it been? It's been interesting. Tell us some beautiful stories of yours. Yeah.
It's been interesting. I started singing when I was small. I discovered I could sing from primary school.
Wow.
And then when I got born again in Benin City, I happened to fellowship with Church of God Mission, one of the branches in my environment where I grew up. So I joined the choir, started singing. I started taking praise and worship. I led the children's choir, and so on and so on. I love music. It's in my family. Not from a polygamous home. But from each case, like when one of my brother was getting married to deeper life, he was playing the keyboard. Yeah, so it's in my family. So from my gate, I'm the one that sings for my mother's children. So it's an interesting journey, a long journey. I've been on it for a very long time, more than 40 years of my life.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, 40 years is not 40 days, man. Powerful. Wow, you for over 40 years and you're still looking this young and sharp. What's the secret? Is it that you see because you sing? Is that the secret to this young look? Tell us something about it.
Anyway, sharp. If you're a singer, it's like you are bound to be happy.
Oh yes.
You cannot be a singer and go into depression. And we know that trials and temptation will come, issues of life will come. By the time you start singing, all those things will just be going away. So that's what music does to, so it's just God, it's God.
Now tell me something, issues of life you just mentioned. Now the issues of life, has there been any time issues of life actually played such that you started having a rethink. This music, do I do music? Do I continue this music? Or I should do some other businesses, especially as regards money, because you know that music and money, you need money to do music. So has the issues of life played to you one time where you were like, no, this thing, you had a rethink whether you should continue or you do something else?
Yeah, at a point in my life, I preach, I wanted to swap going to preaching. I said, no, I don't want to do music again. Let me just be preaching. I think it would be better for me to be a preacher instead of to be a singer. When I saw that the efforts I put in was not yielding forth increase that I really wanted. At the point I was really discouraged. So one man of God in this town told me, go back to music. Yeah, and it was very encouraging. And when he now died, it was not like a song in my ear. Go back to music. And that was what I grew up with. That's what people know me for. That was what they know me for. So I now went back to music. But at the point it was like, let me just stay in preaching. I know there are people who preach and sing together.
Yes.
I know pastors who pastor a church and they sing.
Yeah.
And there are people too who are into call music ministers. They're like evangelists who go around singing, wait for invitations, So at the point in my life, I was really discouraged. I was discouraged. But later, I came back, whether there's money, whether money is coming in, whether money is not coming in. I'm just doing my thing. If I dress up, I take my phone, I record myself, whether it's old song, whether it's new song, I just post. Some people say, you are doing old song, I told them, there's no song that is old.
Yes.
I look at people like Godfrey, they resurrected all the old songs.
Yes.
And I'm like, this is really wonderful. So that's why I was able to skate through and then bounce back to music.
You just mentioned something that caught my attention. You see, I know I've also recorded 1, 2, 3 persons, and then they cried back to me and said, people say that I'm sounding like this, like that, like this. And I want you to tell us something. I want you to talk to other artists, because you mentioned something now. I think you said the old song. They told you that you sound the old song. But from what you said, you didn't get discouraged. So what kept you? What was the mind you had that didn't make you get discouraged or try to do it like someone else? Tell us something how you were able to scale through that. Because people will give you feedback. They're your audience, so they will give you feedback. And then for an artist, an artist would need to know how I'm delivering this to the people. It is for the people, yes. Even though God uses me for the people. Now, some persons come and they give you that kind of feedback, and you know that, but God gave you a certain kind of inspiration, maybe a certain kind of tune for some persons. Like, take, for example, Choma Jesus. Choma Jesus comes with the local vibes. But I can tell you, if Choma Jesus was to be sitting here with me right now, I'll ask her the same question, and I know she has a lot to say. How did you sustain this local thing that the people must have rejected one time, and now it is now what everybody's looking for? So you are talking the same story here to an extent. What kept you on that place of your brand, your style of music, even when you were faced with this situation?
I just know that originality stands you at any time.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's it.
Originality stands you at any time. I've been on this road, like I told you.
Yes.
I've been watching a lot of people sing. When we're growing up, we thought it was about phonetics. So if you say Jesus, you say Jesus. All this kind of, you have to use English, coin it, try to pronounce it well, like a white woman or a white man, so that it will sound well. So when we go to a stage in our life, we discover that see people like Choma Jesus, see Tope Alabi. Tope Alabi will do pure Yoruba with a style of singing and a tone. And when they started inviting them in experience, I was like, you take out invite Tope Alabi in experience, Choma Jesus in experience, then I will not be ashamed of whether I'm going to do Edo song as from Edo State. The real language I can speak very well is Benin, which is Edo. So I have songs in English. I have songs in Edo. And recently in my church, we were told they gave us like 5 minutes to do a song. It was a Thanksgiving service. And I already prepared my song that I was going to do. But I just like, let me do an intro in an Edo song. These songs are big there. There are so many songs on the street. You don't know who wrote them. But this song is a song of thanksgiving. And it means a lot. You know, so I just, okay, let me do an intro. In fact, that intro, the thing blew me up.
Oh my God.
The way the people reacted. I said the video now.
Yes.
The way the people were reacting to the song, I was like, is it me or someone else? When I stopped that song and I now went to English and I went to Yoruba, it's like, it was not sweet in my mouth. I mean, I'll be dodging away from that. Let people look at you as if, is it your native song you are singing? Or you are missing with English or something like that. You know, after that song, I had a rethink. I said, wow. Though I don't have the ability to write in a Edo language, but I will pray for the inspiration. I will try my best to make sure that anything I do, there's a touch of a Edo song. There's a touch, you know, music is a universal language.
True, very true.
There are some people do, we don't even know them.
True, very true.
But when they are singing it with the anointing that flows through the song, you feel it. Before you know, you start learning it. You try to pronounce it and look for the meaning of the song. You know? So for me, I will advise artists anywhere they are. Let your originality stand you out.
Yes.
Stay with your originality.
Yes.
There are songs that will blow you.
Yes.
And you will be known for that all the days of your life.
Yes.
Just find your originality and stay. If you stay there and you are consistent, you will definitely make all the millions you are looking for. You make it. So me, as far as I'm concerned right now, I don't mind what people say. I'm not going to be moved by you are not doing English, you are not doing like see now she's trying. I love her so much. She has paved the way for so many of us. I love her so much as a woman. I love her so much because it's very easy for a woman to get to that height that she has gotten to. And so many songs that she has written. It's not easy. So we really celebrate her a lot. But everybody cannot be like Sina. Yeah, so originality stands you out. Follow what suits your voice. Follow what because after the administration, people were like, why did you stop that song? So I was like, God, they say somebody came to hold me and said, if I have known, just continue with that song and stop and just come and sit down. So for me, it means a lot. It's deep.
Yes,
it's deep. So I should not take it. They like it, so they were clapping, people were worshiping, so people were, you know, the intensity of the song and the meaning of the song, you know, I will not take that for granted. So I have to dig deep and say, so that is it, Immediately after the administration, the next day I found myself in the studio.
Yes.
I found myself, and I thank God was able to do it for me. We wrote 2 English solo with a song, and then it's a beautiful song right now.
I want to ask you, as a recording artist, what has been your challenges as a recording artist?
The biggest challenge is finance.
Finance
if you take
is
your
a common,
song,
it's always a why
if you take
I
your
want
song,
to ask Pastor Gibogos. In New York, is finance always a challenge to music ministers in New York? Because in Nigeria, all of us have the same challenge. I don't know where it is coming from. Is it? You know, but finance, God is lifting us above.
He is. Finance is a challenge. It's a challenge. You know, anything you want to do involves money.
True,
if you go to the studio, you want to record yourself, involves money.
We don't speak in tongues there. We
pay
money for sessions.
You want to do your video, involves money. After doing your video, you want to promote it. You pay money. Except if you have a record label and you are into contract, they not take it upon themselves to promote for you.
Of course,
And then when you start going for invitations, there's a way they do it.
Of course,
you understand?
Yeah.
But for me, the major challenge is finance. Because for you to do a quality job or to get people to do a collabo with you, people will charge you money.
Let me just you mention something now, and I know that the whole thing is coming down now gradually, but there was this thing about Mohbad. You know about the story of Mohbad.
Yeah.
What can you say about label? You mentioned something that seemed to be like a process of record label. Yeah. Now, even with what happened as regards the story of Mohbad, I know that most people would now be afraid of the word label. You know, that kind of a thing, because you know there are just ways that people interpret things. You get. So I want to know your own view of things, especially after that experience. What's your view? What's your idea about label? Do you think it is good? Do you think it is bad? What's your impression?
For me, it's not bad. But you should know what you are going into.
Good.
If you are going into contract, ask questions. Get a lawyer too. I know the person you are going to be involved with also have a lawyer. You get your own lawyer. See if it is something, if the rules and regulations are things you can abide with. If you cannot abide with them, then back out.
From the top, yes.
From the top, there's a percentage. Or maybe you can say, let's go for 3 years. Let's go for 1 year. Not 10 years or 20 years. That is too long. So when you want to back out, it will not be difficult for you. You understand? Now, for me, there's nothing wrong with it. It really helps a lot of people to blow up. It helps a lot of people because the person you are using his label will be the one to finance, be the one to promote, be the one to market. He's doing a lot of things. You know, he be the one to promote you all over the world. People will know you. And so, for me, there's nothing wrong with getting a label. I don't say anything wrong. Know what you are going into. Study it very well. Get it to the agreements. Don't let it be too long in case you want to back out. That's my advice.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mama Cherish is here in case you want to back out. Yeah. But you see, but let me warn you now. Don't plan your back out when you want to enter. You have not entered. You are planning your back out. I mean, that's the advice now. Because you see, like I said before, you are dealing with the individuals, with the personalities, all right? And being a label boss as well, you see, the truth of the matter is that these things are both in both ways. The label boss may have his issues. The artists also sometimes they have their own issues too. So there's just this point of compromise where this bends for this and just to make things work. It's like a husband and a wife relationship. No one says that there's not going to be quarrel or misunderstanding. So but at some point, just know where to middle the ground. That's how it goes. Do you understand? Ladies and gentlemen, Mama Cherish still looking very beautiful live here in Nedu-Ville studio, and of course, beautiful sound you're hearing all the way in New York City, the celebrity corner, the prophetic encounter radio. Of course, you already know, like we always say, don't touch that dial. You know what I was saying? Yes, Mama Cherish, I want to say something. I want to ask you. Now, how were you able to conquer to an extent the challenge of finance? Because you see, some persons will sit down and say there's no money, even though God blesses them with thousands of songs. That push to go to the studio, to record, to do something, for people to hear you, how were you able to? I know that, I know you're big, you may not have all the money in the world right now because some persons would want to wait for them to have everything before they begin to move. Now, I don't think that's your story. I think you moved even before you started seeing the refunds, the returns of these things that you're doing. So what would you say to the upcoming, how were you able to tackle that challenge of finance?
I know that just singing in the choir, singing in the church without going to the studio, you are limited. You just sing in the 4 walls of the church. And coming to the studio, a lot of people will hear your song and know about your song. But you not do the video, a lot of people will see your personality. Yes. So my own way, any little fund that comes into my hand, I was using it. As at the time I did Lift Off My Head, production was just 10,000.
That was how many years ago?
That was like close to 15 years.
15 years. Are you hearing me now? 15 years ago, 10,000. It's okay. A session.
Yes, session.
And then what you do, a session is 8 hours, about 8 hours or so. Yeah. Or was it less than? When you go to the studio, 8 hours, a session, and you don't complete your job, that money expires. That's how it was before, right? Yeah. So tell us more.
It was cheaper, So I was just me. I like making move. I like to take steps, no matter how small.
Yes, that's the word. Yeah.
No matter how small. So like this one that I just did now, some people supported me. The people that listened to me while I was ministering, and those that are from my state who enjoyed the song.
You will sing that Benin song. That Benin song. You cannot go back the same way you came. You will sing it.
So I now went to meet them, and they supported though. The first person that gave me 50,000 was an Igbo woman.
Wow.
Followed by an Edo man. So automatically, like I didn't spend, but the other ones that I did, both the one I did in Benue, in Boko, I did one in Lagos, so I know go talk, I did it in Lagos. There was a promo. And I said, this is an opportunity. I will not spend that much. So it was a Surulere. So I went. I can see that why I know go talk is different. Lift Up My Head is different. You see all the productions. So I see artists, I see people in my church, I see people in my choir. They write song. I cry for them. After the choir finish singing the song, they just leave the song like that. Nothing is being done. I'm like, this song can buy your house, can buy your car. Why don't you go to the studio and do this song? You know, they'll be looking at me as in, what is studio? What do you mean? They are not getting the understanding. There's a particular lady, she leads praise and worship very powerfully. And she can even fund it because she has a good business. I keep telling her, go to the studio, you are good. She tell me, I beg, I'm not after that studio. So I'm like, hey, it's not supposed to be like that. So, but for the upcoming artists, take step. Look for money. Save money. Don't wait until you have a record label. If you have a record label, you are fortunate. It's good. But if you don't have, look for money on your own. You know, now said it's not still too expensive now. Production now, you told me 40. The one I just did is 40. In Warri here. And you guys are good. If you were in Lagos, it will be more than this.
Of course.
Ladies,
are you hearing? If we're in Lagos?
Yeah, if you're in Lagos, it will be more than this. It will be more than this, you know. So, on your own, look for money. If you have gold that worth 200,000, sell it. Use it for your music. It's going to come back like millions.
Very true.
You understand? But don't waste time. You know,
don't waste time.
You have find your purpose. Follow the purpose. You know, you discover your both follow. But if you don't follow it and you leave it there, it will be there. Nobody can blow your trumpet for you.
Yes.
The things you can do for yourself. Don't even expect that your children will do it for you. Because after you have gone, they will have a different vision. I beg. All this music that is, I'm not after this music. Let me do my own. So me, with that mindset, I'm pushing every opportunity I have. I push it. Every opportunity I have, I push it. I have my own money that comes to my hand. I use it. It's not use it for something else. I like fashion. I'm not extravagant. I combine my colors well. But I make sure this thing is legacy.
You have a goal. You have a cause.
I keep saying this thing is legacy. When I remember people like Edna Ogoli, remember people like Branama, Hefe, they have gone. When they sing their song, I remember their name. I don't even remember their husband or their children. So with this, I'm like, God, no. I'm still alive here. I must do something. I must drop it. I must do something. So I keep pushing. I ask people they support. I use my own I support. That's the way I've been moving.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's coming from a determined, someone who is determined to succeed. I always say that, you know, before you succeed, you must be hungry for success. Yes, because if purpose is not known, abuse will be inevitable. All right? So if you want to succeed, you have to. And I think it is that hunger for success that has made you, instead of spending so much on the fashion, you have a course. You do it a certain way, but you are still on that course. You have said a lot. You know, if you do not pick up that course, that giftings, and you leave it there, it will be there. Just like you said. You said so much, Mama Cherish, and I want to believe that we are listening and you're picking out something. You must have so much experience, how far you've come. I remember, you know, in fact, this is not my own. Let me not start sharing my story now. This is maybe the next time you will be the one to interview me, so I share my story. Yes, but I think we have similar story, like you're saying. To be determined, you know, little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. Mama Cherish, thank you so very much for coming to the Celebrity Corner, live here in the Nedu-Ville studio. Yes, and with the Prophetic Encounter Radio. Mama, sing that Benin song. Let me sing that Benin song.
The song is Igayere Esenosaume.
It's okay.
Meaning, if I remember the good things the Lord has done for me,
yes,
I am full of joy.
Yes.
It's joy.
It's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boss, Pastor Gil, just enjoy this in tongues. Just sit and speaking in tongues, amen. Let's go.
Igayere Esenosaume Megayere Ekomevonogogo Onyemeseme Ijesu nerame uwe sebegbeme Megayere Esenosaume Igayere Ekomevonogogo onyemeseme o ijesu nerame o uwe seve gbeme o.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am in the mood already. I'm in the mood. I hope you're in the mood. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all the way from Mama Cherish Scanner, as far as the Edo clan is concerned. Thank you very much. I must say that you're a powerful talent. You see, just in split seconds, your voice just puts us in, we're in spirit. Thank you. So you're not just beautiful, but you also have a beautiful voice. And I definitely know that the world is waiting for you. And for sure that we will meet up there, and celebrate ourselves better. Thank you so very much for being a part of the Celebrity Corner live here in Nedu-Ville studio and with the Prophetic Encounter Radio, New York City. Thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll give it up for Mama Cherish. Thank you. Wow. Powerful.
Thank you for listening to the Celebrity Con, brought to you by Nedu-Ville Studio, Warri, Nigeria, and the Prophetic Encounter Radio, New York City. For inquiries or more information, please contact us on Facebook at Nedu-Ville Studio or the Prophetic Encounter Radio, on Instagram at Nedu Sings or the Prophetic Encounter Radio.